The video captures a highly distressing and severe incident involving an individual at an active rail line. The footage shows an individual, a young male, deliberately positioning himself in the direct path of a rapidly approaching train. The train makes contact with the individual, who is then forcibly moved or impacted away from the rail cars. The high speed and mass of the train resulted in an immediate and extreme blunt impact and crush hazard. This serves as an extreme warning regarding the necessity of maintaining a clear separation from all active rail lines. Mandatory safety protocols strictly prohibit entering the rail right-of-way when a train is present, emphasizing the critical importance of seeking help and adhering to safety zones to prevent severe injury. The footage shows a person, a male, standing right next to the tracks, seemingly attempting to capture video or a photograph as a train approaches. The high-speed train rapidly approaches and violently impacts the individual due to his dangerous proximity to the rail cars. The force of the collision sends the person forcefully away from the tracks. This catastrophic failure to maintain a safe distance created an immediate and extreme blunt impact and crush hazard. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand all individuals maintain a wide, clear separation from all active rail lines, emphasizing the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safety procedures, especially when filming or taking pictures, requiring the public to stay completely clear of the tracks and the clearance zone to prevent devastating collisions. The video captures a critical collision incident involving a pedestrian and a tram at a designated crossing point. The footage shows a young woman crossing the tram tracks, who appears distracted or fails to fully notice the approaching tram. The tram impacts the individual, causing her to fall away from the track. The incident suggests the person avoided severe injury. This failure to yield the right-of-way created an immediate and extreme blunt impact and crush hazard. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand all pedestrians stop, look, and listen before crossing rail or tram lines, emphasizing the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safety procedures, requiring full vigilance at all crossings to prevent devastating collisions. The footage shows an SUV stalled directly on the rail line as the crossing barriers come down. The occupants of the SUV are seen quickly evacuating the vehicle just seconds before impact. A high-speed train then barrels into the vehicle, causing a massive collision and violent destruction of the SUV, which is severely struck and sent flying off the tracks. This catastrophic failure to clear the tracks created an immediate and extreme blunt impact and crush hazard. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand all drivers ensure they can fully clear the tracks without stopping before proceeding across any rail line. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safety procedures and prioritizing evacuation when a vehicle becomes disabled in the right-of-way to prevent catastrophic harm. The footage captures a highly dangerous incident where a motorcycle rider entered the active rail line's right-of-way despite an approaching train. The motorcyclist failed to yield as the high-speed train rapidly approached and violently impacted the vehicle. Due to a fortunate sequence of events, the rider appears to have avoided severe injury following the collision. This reckless disregard for mandatory safety protocols created an immediate and extreme blunt impact and crush hazard. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand all drivers absolutely stop, look, and listen, and yield completely to all rail traffic before crossing the tracks, which is essential to prevent devastating collisions. The footage shows a tractor-trailer attempting to cross the rail line when it becomes disabled or stalls directly on the tracks. A high-speed train rapidly approaches and violently impacts the stalled tractor-trailer. This catastrophic failure to clear the right-of-way created an immediate and extreme blunt impact and crush hazard, resulting in massive property damage and operational disruption. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand all commercial drivers ensure they can fully clear the tracks without stopping before proceeding across any rail line, emphasizing the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safety procedures to prevent this devastating type of collision. The footage shows a severe and highly dangerous workplace incident where an operator was working near rotating machinery. The individual's clothing, or a loose piece of fabric, was suddenly caught by the spinning mechanism. The machine's rotation immediately pulled the individual toward the hazard zone with immense force. The speed of the equipment created an immediate and extreme crushing and entanglement hazard. This catastrophic safety failure serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly prohibit wearing loose clothing, jewelry, or long hair near rotating machinery, emphasizing the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safety procedures, machine guarding, and proper attire to prevent devastating injuries in industrial settings. The footage shows a severe workplace safety incident where a worker was operating near the edge of a flatbed truck or container at an elevated level. The individual is seen losing footing or stepping on an unstable surface, resulting in an uncontrolled fall from height. This severe descent created an immediate and extreme blunt impact hazard. This catastrophic safety failure serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand the use of proper personal protective equipment, PPE, such as fall protection harnesses, whenever working at height, emphasizing the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safety procedures, hazard assessments, and maintaining stable footing to prevent devastating fall injuries in logistics and construction environments. The footage shows workers loading rocks onto a dump truck or flatbed. Suddenly, the truck's tailgate or side gate, which was not securely fixed, gives way or falls off, violently swinging and impacting the group of nearby workers. This critical equipment failure created an immediate and extreme blunt impact and crush hazard. This catastrophic safety failure serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand all equipment, especially tailgates and loading containment systems, be securely fixed and inspected before and during use. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safety procedures, requiring personnel to maintain a safe distance from areas subject to sudden equipment movement or material instability to prevent devastating injuries. The video shows a worker operating or standing in close proximity to an excavator, digging machine. The large metal bucket suddenly detaches or falls from the hydraulic arm, directly striking the worker. The impact from this heavy falling object created an immediate and extreme blunt impact and crush hazard. This catastrophic safety failure serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand all personnel maintain a safe distance from heavy lifting and digging equipment. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safety procedures, regular equipment inspection, and ensuring attachment mechanisms are fully secure to prevent devastating injuries from dropped objects and machine failure.